Hey everybody, it's Eli here with Plant No Trading, and today I want to go over 5 tips to keep your jade plant alive forever, right? These things can last up to 70 years and longer, depending on, the maintenance and care. But I've had this one for 7 years, and it's grown from a 2-inch pot to this behemoth here. I want to give you some details on what I did to help it kind of just survive and thrive in here, and some more that I've researched and kind of dug up and have tested, and that I really like it as well. So stick around if you have a beautiful jade succulent, or if you are thinking about getting it. Super easy plant. I love it. One of my favorite plants. And let's get into the tips. Okay, for the first one, it all comes down to watering, right? This can be a little picky of a plant to water. I personally do 2 things, right? I make sure the soil is completely dried out first. This is a terracotta pot, so it dries out a little bit faster than your standard pot, so it might not work for you. But if you don't have a terracotta pot, use a moisture meter, stick it down there and make sure the bottom is dry. The second one is actually on the leaves. If the leaves start to get a little squishy and a little wrinkly, that means it's not enough water is circulating through it. So more than likely, you just need to water it, give it some more water. Plants like to be watered, but they don't like to be overwatered, right? So be on the lookout if it is completely dry in here and your leaves are not like shriveling up just yet. Give it another day or 2. The plant will tell you when it needs water. Don't overwater it. You can kill it super easily. These things can be a little picky with overwatering, so just be on the lookout for that. And the second tip comes down to sunlight, right? Common, maybe a little myth of like, it needs direct sunlight for these succulents. Yes, it does need a lot of sun. It needs bright light, but you actually want to avoid direct bright light. Just because these leaves are a little, not the best in direct sunlight, especially for the houseplants. So be on the lookout. You don't want them to burn. You don't want anything to dry up too fast and shrivel up from sunlight. We want that from not enough water. And introducing that direct sunlight can give a lot of bad things for the plant. Shrivel up the leaves, can do some sun burning. So just be on the lookout for that. Bright indirect light is what we would call it, or just some bright light that's not directly on the plant. Something also that I would recommend doing when you think like, oh, my jade is growing a little slow, what you might want to do, take some pruning scissors and just chop off a couple little spots here at the top here. That will basically tell the plant of, hey, it's gone, we need to build it back stronger. So build back stronger, it'll close up the wound and keep growing. The branch will get a little bit thicker in that spot and kind of keep sprouting out. Maybe we'll go into 2 or 3 different branches, would be awesome. But I've only trimmed this a couple of times in the next few months. Once it gets a little bit more sun and a little bit more spring and summery time out, I'm gonna chop these ones off here at the top, some of them that are not as thick, and I'm gonna make sure that regrows. I like to do that before the summer starts, so during the summer it has plenty of time to grow back before the winter season and before it goes dormant. So I recommend chopping off maybe 2 to 3 inches, maybe 4 inches from some of these every year, at least maybe once a year, twice if you really want to. And don't go put those to waste. You can propagate those pretty easily, just putting that in water and it'll propagate, or you can take the leaves off, put it in some soil, put it in the bed of soil next to your plant, and it will start growing roots as well. But definitely taking some pruning scissors, cutting off the top, promote more growth, and make your plant last even longer. Number 4, it's where I like to put it. It likes a little bit of humidity, maybe not a whole bunch, but put it next to other plants. This is true for any plant that likes a little bit more humidity. When you group up your plants, it makes it a little bit more humid of an environment, which is great. So like in the summertime, if you have a whole bunch of plants in one area, you walk over, you're like, oh, it's actually really hot over here. It's because of the humidity and kind of brings the temperature up of the surrounding plants and area. But put it next to other plants, it will like it. It will like the humidity, the lighting, just pretty much everything can go good from putting it next to other plants. And number 5 is make sure your soil is a chunkier soil, right? The quickest thing that will kill this jade is that lack of air going to the roots. So your soil needs to be aerated. If you're using regular soil, just make sure you're aerating it every month or so, just so when you're watering, those holes will close from the water. So make sure we're aerating it. Otherwise, those roots will just drown and not be able to get any oxygen, and which they do need air as well, just like we do. So chunkier mix, like a cactus mix is great, or a half cactus mix, half houseplant mix. If you go full houseplant mix, maybe put some perlite or some chunkier just mix ins with them if you can find some bark or something. Otherwise, like I said, make sure you're taking a stick and aerating the jade as well. And these 5 simple things will help your jade grow longer, get new jades, and just kind of promote more growth and a happier, healthier jade. So follow those. Let me know if you have any more tips as well. And hopefully your jade survives for 70 plus years and outlives you and you can pass it down. That's my goal for this plant.